Step 6, importing the scan data back to your PC. Once you've opened StockLink, then as we were talking about earlier, if you're going from the scanner back to the PC, we're always under the arrow here, or if we're using it to just count stock in to add to your current stock on hand level, or count stock out to decrease from your current stock on hand levels, then you would use both of these. So initially what we're going to do is we're going to upload the count data, which was the stock take that we did on the scanner in step 5. So we'll come down here, we'll make sure that the scanner is turned on and awake. You'll hear a happy sound that the scanner is connected. You can always do a check with your mobile device center and make sure that it's all connected. Minimize that down. Scanner's awake and connected. We're on the main menu of the scanner. We always have to be on the main menu to upload or download. So now we're going to click on the upload count data from the scanner. It opens up into our grid, and then we're going to press the upload again. It's going to bring me up an error message, but we'll just bring this in anyway. And it will say that 3 records were processed and added OK. None were rejected. Once again, we have these print screens so that you could actually print that screen in case there was an error that was recorded when the import was happening. At this point on the scanner, that data is now gone. It is across onto the PC, and the scanner would therefore be ready to do another stock take. But we will close that window, and we can see in here that we have the uploaded counted items from the PDT, and we have each item that we scanned earlier in the count stock area. We have the count quantities come through as 5, 2 and 6, and if there were serial numbers, they would have come across from here. At this stage, we can print the item list again, or in the simple form or in detail, so we can actually bring it up so that we've always got that information. You could print that out just if you want to keep it as part of your stock take records. So we'll close out of that. This is where you can actually export exactly what's in the grid as a CSV file, and that's different from the export file that we use elsewhere on the main screen of the PC. So you can just do this as an extra part of just exporting this amount that you've uploaded here. So once we're actually happy with anything, we could even go in and say, oh, I counted 5 on the scanner, but it really needed to be 15, and therefore you can change that count. Once you're happy with everything that's there, then you need to press the commit button. Now, if you don't press the commit button and you press close, it will ask you if you want to discard the current data. You can actually say yes, because I'm going to show you a little fail safe that we have in case you accidentally do that. We're going to go back in and upload the count data from the scanner, and we know that the data is not there, because if I press on the upload, it will tell me that there's something in the old amount, but it'll actually say that there's no stock take file exists on the scanner. So you press OK. You go, and if you're concerned that it's been lost forever, it isn't. If you go to File, Re-import List, it will actually show you a list in the archive area, so in the C drive program data, under Barcode Logic StockLink archive, it will have all the StockLink stock take files that you have uploaded. So let's just bring in that one that we did earlier today. It will say this will process the list again. Are you sure? Yes? Are you really sure? We like to ask lots of times if you're sure. And again, it's brought those records back in as if you've uploaded them directly from the scanner. What it hasn't done is this item that we changed from 5 to 15 earlier, it's actually reset it to 5 because that's what was counted on the scanner. So we'll change that to 15 for now. We're going to go OK, and this time we're going to go commit. We're going to commit that transaction. We can actually go in now and view the count data. And the error that I was getting before was this information that I had counted on another day. So I can actually go through and delete those if I so choose. I had them in there so that I could show you that when we were going through the earlier setup. So I'll delete all those ones that we didn't want. And now we're left with 3. So we can show the counted items, show any with variance, or if we turn all those off, we can actually see the ones that we've counted, and the ones in blue haven't been counted. If you want to add one in, you can press add, and in this case we're going to add in 850, and we're going to say the default location, and we're going to add in 6 of those. And now you can see that 850 is actually added back in. Once you're happy with that, you would close that. And now what you would do would be you finished your stock take, you want to export that information that you've collected in the stock take back into your file, which can be imported back into your host system. So you click on the export to file. It actually asks you where you would like to save it. We're putting it back in that StockLink area, which we set up in the Tools Options Export functions. And we're going to just export that file straight out. Again, it will bring up a report and it says the date and the time, and 39 records were exported okay. So it's exported all the records that we currently have. Once again, you can print that or not print it. It's up to you. So you can close that. What we're going to do here is actually go into Tools, Options. We're going to go back into the Export File area, and we're actually going to tell it over here to only export the counted items. We don't want all of it. We only want what we have actually counted. So we're going to tick on that, go OK. And then we're going to go and export to file again. This time we're going to actually change the name in here, and we're going to say export the counted data. Counted items, and you can put the date, which is 6th of May. So I'm going to go save that, and this time you can see that there's only 5 records exported. So once again, you could print that if there was any errors so that you've got a record and you can check what's going on. Close that window. What I advise is that you actually go and find that file. So we're going to go into that area where we saved it. We're going to find that file. And we're going to just open it with Notepad. We can actually see that the item number. So it's just checking that everything is correct that we've actually exported. So we'll close that again. Once you've done that, what we want to do at this point is we don't want to leave old data in there. So we're going to go up to the database and delete all the count data. This will delete all uploaded items, count datas, and serial numbers. We want to do that so that we don't end up, like we did before, having an error where there was old data still left in the file. This operation cannot be undone. Are you really sure? Yes. So we can actually check that by going into View Count Data, and we can see that there is nothing there. All right, so we'll close. So that's all you need to do as far as uploading the information from the scanner when you're doing a stock take. Once again, if we need to actually bring that file back in because there's been a mistake, we go to File, Import, pick on the file that we were using, process the item list again, print that if needed. We can export, we can print, and we can do that re-import. If you wanted to save it, then you commit, and once again, it's back in there. We can view those items that have come in, export it to file. Just remove the counted data. Okay, the next part that we will go through is bringing in the stock in that you counted on the scanner. So we're going to click on the stock in button. This will actually just add anything that you've counted to the stock on hand values of the item. So we're going to go upload the stock in list. Now scanner's not connected, and that's because, as you can see, it's gone to sleep. So we're going to actually press OK. Wake the scanner up by pressing the scan button. It will make a happy sound. You can check in your Windows Mobile Device Center that it's all connected and happy. And then once again, click on the Upload the Stock In list. It will bring in the information, and again, you can print that report if required. Press commit, and this will add the quantities in grid to the stock on hand, and it will let you know if it's processed okay. Wake the scanner up again, because now we're going to be bringing in the data that you counted on the scanner for stock out. So click on the stock out button, upload the stock out list from the PDT or the scanner. Once again, there's a report. So it says 2 records were added okay, and 1 record was updated because we had probably scanned it in the stock in. So it's now adjusted the count quantity for that record. Again, you can print this report to put with your information or close the window. Once you've actually got this in and you're happy with everything, you can edit these if you need to change the count quantity. Then you click on commit. It will subtract the quantities in the grid from the stock on hand quantity and ask you if you want to commit this. Number of product lines is 2, and we go yes, processed okay. With all of our systems, we have the fail safe in place so that the files have actually been deleted off the scanner, but we can go to the windows, so we can go back into stock in, go to file, re-import list, and grab that stock in file that we've actually just done, and it will process that again. So we'll close that. This time we won't commit it because we've actually already committed that file. We're going to discard the data, and that's the end of the stock out. The last thing that we want to do with importing data off the scanner is go into the part where we scanned in labels that we wanted to reprint. So we'll go to Tools, Print Labels, and this time we're going to say we want to actually get the labels from the scanner. I just keep waking the scanner up at this stage. So we'll click on From the PDT, and it will transfer the information from the scanner to the PC. Again, it will actually bring in that label report that you can actually print and put the items in the grid. It actually then brings across the quantity that you want to reprint that you'd entered on the scanner previously, and you select the layout that you want to do. In this case, we'll select the 3x10 and go print labels, get your start position. In this case, we might go to start position of the 5th label, and there's those items that have actually come in from there. So you can actually then just print that directly to your laser printer, and that's all the labels. Once you've finished printing your labels, then you can actually clear the list to do some more labels or just close the window. That's the end of step 6, importing the data from your scanner to the PC.